You would recall that in my previous video, I provided you with a simple framework on how to conduct your consumer analysis as part of the marketing strategy development process if you're working as a product marketing manager in a Web3 startup or company. Now, away from that, I'm going to talk about the next step, which is how to conduct your market analysis, all right, as part of the marketing strategy development process. The thing is, unlike the consumer analysis, when you look at the market, when you are conducting your market analysis, all right, you're looking at the market generally, you're looking at the market size, the market shares, the market opportunities, the regulatory framework or regulatory issues that obtain within that market. And you find out that at the end of the day, what it ultimately helps you to achieve is this. It brings you to this place where you get to determine whether the market segment you have identified during your consumer analysis is large enough for you to even play with. All right. There are just three questions I would want to ask if I were to conduct a market analysis as a product marketing manager in Web3. The first question would be, what exactly is the relevant market? And this question is very important because oftentimes on the surface, we can make a generalization or conclude that indeed there is a market for our product. Until we begin to uncover that relevant market, we might just think that the market is as big as we think. And you find out that eventually when you begin to do your market analysis and you begin to try to uncover your relevant market, you might eventually realize that the market is not exactly what it is on the surface. It might be smaller than you probably thought it was on the surface. All right. For example, if you're selling running shoes, are you selling running shoes meant for athletes, or you're selling running shoes that are just comfy to wear, that just anybody can wear? It's always important to know what your relevant market is as far as your offering is concerned. Second question you would want to ask when conducting your market analysis is, where exactly is our product or offer in the product life cycle? All right. Some would say that there are 5 stages in the product life cycle, while some would say, well, there are 4. If you're saying there are 5, you're simply saying that there is the introductory phase or introduction. You're saying there is the development phase, rather, then there is the introduction phase, there is the growth and the maturity and decline phase. Meanwhile, if you're saying there are 4 stages, you're simply saying that there are introduction, growth, maturity, and decline phases, respectively. However you choose to put it, the question is, what exactly or where exactly is my product in the product life cycle? And it's very important because you want to know whether you are at the point where competition has thickened or is thinning, and you want to know whether you are at that point where maybe you still have innovators coming to use your product, or you are at that point where you have early adopters, or you are at that point where you have late majority. It's always important because at the end of the day, this will ultimately inform your marketing or strategy. Anyway, in one of my videos, I'm going to dwell so much on the product life cycle and what to do and what marketing strategy, whether you should adopt exclusive distribution, selective distribution, whether you should adopt education-based marketing, value-based marketing. I will talk about all of that in one of my videos. All right. In fact, if I get comments asking me to do it in the comment section, it might be my next video. All right. Now, the final question, which is the third question you want to ask as far as your market analysis is concerned, is this: what are the competitive factors in my industry? For example, in some industries, the competitive factors could be quality, price, speed, efficiency, and all of that. Knowing what the competitive factors are in your industry can actually enable you play to your strength ultimately. I want to believe you got it. All right. With this simple framework, I can promise you that by the time you begin to conduct your market analysis, you would uncover tons of opportunities that you would otherwise have overlooked if you decided to skip this step.